Alrighty, folks, we've left downtown. We're now at the mall. Don't ask me why. We're going to continue our questionnaire here about the New World Order, see how aware or ignorant people are inside the mall as to the world government agenda and what is actually going down in the global ghetto that's currently being created for us and our families in the future. So yeah, we're at the mall now, and later on we'll talk about some other things, but I'm sure this is going to be just as interesting as it was at Saturday Market. Have you heard them talk about one world order currency, like a central currency for the whole planet?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that kind of weird?
That is
Suspicious?
That's very...
That's what I'm interviewing people about, what they think about the concept of a one world government, which is now being talked about. So
a one world government where they have like one currency for all the countries.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't heard of that, but I hadn't thought of that.
So yeah. You know, have you heard this catchphrase before? Have you heard this on TV? How they're talking about a world currency?
Well, I haven't watched TV lately, so I don't know.
You haven't heard about it at all? Is this the first time you've ever heard of the concept of a world government? Have you ever heard this from somebody else, or am I the first person to...
No, well, yeah, like I never, really got deep into that. I don't know.
What do you think's going on? Do you have any? Do you have any suspicions? What do you think's going on with the world and the structure, the power structure?
I don't think the economy is gonna get any better.
Hey, what do you think of the New World Order? You heard about it?
I heard about it.
Crazy shit, huh?
Yeah.
All right, what do you think about the future? Now, here we are, right now in the moment. We're going. All right, what next? We got,
I don't know, man. They say 2012, the end of 2012 is supposed to be. Yes, I do. I think something is gonna happen. Yes, I think the public is gonna be aware that there's other life forms out there on other planets, and we're gonna. I don't know what'll happen from there.
with something dealing with beyond humans.
Yes.
Ah, the sun. The mighty, powerful sun. Oh yeah. Giver of life. Look at those rays. Look, it's a six-sided geometrical shape when you look at it in a certain way. Free will. That very thing, free will, is the very thing that can set us free. It's also the thing that can keep someone in bondage. If they choose to continue to go along, to get along, to buy into the system, to believe the same old lies. And it's an interesting era of time that we live in, when intelligence, the ability to think, the ability to remember things, the ability to know who the enemy is, the ability to know why we're in war, it becomes a threat. A lot of people begin to censor themselves. Oh, I don't want to get political, or I don't want to go there with my friends and be a downer. And now we're getting to the point where, because we've been so apathetic, because I guess you can call it the selfish nature of ourselves to only want to feel certain happy, fluffy emotions, now we're at that point where we're going beyond the point of no return. $1 trillion bailouts happening, we're starting to wonder how many more are coming. We know that they're proposing a global one. This stuff's never worked in the history of civilization, and it's going to end with our country going through a hyperinflationary phase, which will result in food riots, a lot of crime in the streets, and a number of things, even cops being laid off. So it's an awkward society. It's an awkward society, a very strange society, when issues like that become taboo. When people that are concerned about the tribe, concerned about the women, concerned about the men, concerned about the kids, appear to be the enemy. Why have we gotten to the point where defeatism, this whole, we can't do anything, it's already here, what can we do, woe is me, all we can do is vote for what we think is the lesser of two evils. And so these are very, very interesting times to be alive. Be aware there are others waking up. They're afraid to talk about these things because it's not accepted in the peer group control structure. This world as it is a result of our consciousness. We created this world as it is. It is our Frankenstein, if you will. So human consciousness has a lot of potential. When you look at humanity today, most of us don't understand our own physiology, our own psychology, our own spirituality. And we have things in our body, like the pineal gland, for a reason, which some believe is connected to our sixth sense, our understanding of things beyond the third-dimensional five-sense reality. And our brain structure is very unique. Our ability to experience a complex array of emotions, our ability to create all these amazing technologies, but also horrific weapons of mass destruction. The human consciousness, what it's done for better or for worse, is absolutely amazing. The more I look at our species, what's happened in the past, what's happening now, and what potentially could happen in the future, it's anything goes. And we really can make this world any world that we want. So if we want to sit by and do nothing and let other people in Washington dictate how we live, and that's going to continue, and we'll continue to live in a nightmare, and we'll continue to hear more about cameras popping up, and we'll continue to hear about more military recruiting for people with no jobs. If we choose to empower ourselves and believe in ourselves and respect ourselves, care for ourselves and each other, we're going to be in a better spot. Because when you take care of others, when you cease to be apathetic, when you cease to say it's all about me and just feeling good in the moment, and you begin to care about others, it changes something. Some people choose to believe in karma, some people choose not to. But decadent societies don't flourish. First of all, you can't be ignorant and free at the same time, which a lot of people expect. They can be ignorant of the facts, but still be free. But you can't just move into a society where no one cares about their fellow neighbor. And in today's society, with our eyes fixed on the UFC, with one guy literally smashing another guy's head in over and over and over and over again, this is why we're having problems with our kids. This is why the society is becoming more violent, because it's become a part of our consensus reality that it's normal for us to constantly be exposed to these images, for us constantly to be told that torture is okay, for us constantly be literally pushed against one another. So when it becomes so much a part of our environment, it becomes a part of the behavior of the people living in that environment. The environment dictates the behavior of the people in it, whether it be a nice area or whether it be a ghetto. And so all these things need to be considered in discussing human consciousness. Many things are potentially possible. It's all a matter of where you choose to focus your thoughts. Identity theft is not somebody just literally getting your social security number, getting your ID, and going to town at the mall. Identity theft is something that a lot of us have gone through. We don't know our identity. We don't know our heritage. We don't know our tribe. It's because the history has been removed from us. So most of the people walking around don't know who they are. Their identity is gone. They know their numbers. They know their digits. They know what time they have to go to work. They know how much pot they smoke. They know how much money they need to get the alcohol. They know those things about themselves, but they don't really know who they are. Their identity has been taken, and a lot of this happens when we're really young, when we enter the public educational school system and we're taught to regurgitate pieces of information and to forget everything else that's going on in the world, the sunshine, the trees, nature, who we are, what should we be doing with our lives, and a normal, for men and women, rite of passage. We don't have a healthy rite of passage in the society, and so when you compound all the different things, and the poisons in the water, and the poisons in the food, and the poisons in the air, and the poisonous things on the TV, and the fake, left-right paradigm, you have a very, very sick population. So in order to heal, in order to move forward, we have to be realistic about the problem. We have to give it a proper diagnosis, and we have to be emotionally mature to see things about our world and perhaps ourselves that perhaps in the past we didn't want to. It's going to require the type of honesty, and if we really want solutions, we're going to have to do one thing, and that's look in the mirror.